depending on where you're joining from. This is Toyin Umesiri. Welcome to today's session where I'm going to be diving into emotional intelligence and achieving business success. So, if you're new to my space, my world, my corner in this online space, you're welcome. Basically, I do cover a whole lot of topics, whether it's international trade development, international sales, entrepreneurship development. I'm also the author of Mindset of an Entrepreneur and also instructor and founder at the Entrepreneurs Academy. So oftentimes I bring some highlights and lessons from my school and my book to just share with those who follow me on social media. So welcome, welcome. Today, I'm really going to be sharing an highlight from one of such programs around entrepreneurship training and emotional intelligence. So let me break it down. Welcome, everyone. I see Byron, I see Maria joining. Do drop a comment. Let us know where you're joining from. Greetings, greetings. Tell your friends to pull up, like, share, subscribe, do all of those things. Okay, so let's get to it. IQ versus EQ. Many times, people don't invest in acquiring EQ knowledge, base, and skills simply because they don't know the power of EQ, or maybe they don't have awareness around how it unlocks success, particularly in the world of business and wealth creation. Okay? So think about this. Everybody in the world that has gone through some form of Western education, right? If you have a degree or two, I have two, okay? You've invested at least 20 years, the first 20 years plus of every person that went through Western education. You've invested 20 years plus in developing IQ, how smart you are, your ability to comprehend, to read, understand, and be able to do work. So when it comes to your own personal ability, okay, to train, acquire knowledge, do work, IQ, you need IQ, right? You need some form of comprehension, understanding of complex, diverse topics, engineering, mathematics, finance, economics, like medical space. Like IQ allows us to thrive in those dimensions, to acquire diverse knowledge, sciences, arts, right? All of those liberal, right? All of those things, right? Your ability to be able to absorb knowledge, understand, and put it to use, develop skills, and be able to do, right? Put it to use in order to do work. Your contribution to the economy is influenced by IQ. IQ will help you get a job because employers are looking for people who can contribute and do work, right? People who have skills to do work, to add value to an employer, your employer would hire you for that. Most people in the world, that's the limit, right? Development of IQ. Get smart because listen, you'll be paid handsomely for being smart. IQ will get you a fantastic job. What is mostly missing? And this is where your own personal quest, personal development in EQ, this is where there starts being a gap between those who achieve success, wealth creation in higher dimensions and those who stay at the level of IQ. IQ will take you so far. It will get you fantastic job. It will push you to become technical expert, subject matter expert. Listen, you'll be technically savvy because you have the ability to comprehend and understand technical, right? Technical knowledge that can help you to do technical work. IQ will do that for us. However, the moment you start going into entrepreneurship, which is the transformation and the struggle that a lot of people face, and every stage of your business growth, you have to continue to unlock IQ. Remember, you spent 20 plus years developing IQ. Have you given 20 years to EQ? No, you've not. Most people have not. So anytime you find yourself in a space that requires you to influence people, persuade other people, motivate other people, right? Where other people's productivity, right, will influence the success you will achieve. EQ is what's going to help you. IQ will help you contribute your own skills. EQ will allow us to tap into other people's IQ, EQ. So for you to lead people, listen, you are leading emotional and thinking beings. People who think and who have feelings and emotions. And those two things influence the action and behavior. So if you're leading a company, listen, and you want to unlock and unleash the productivity of your staff. EQ is how you do it. Many times you find people trying to be logical. Listen, logic will only take you far. Have you tried it? Trying to explain people logically. Buy my products, buy now. I'm the smartest thing, I'm the best thing since sliced bread. To a certain extent, people take action for emotional reasons. Okay? The world, even you, people step forward, people move forward, people are attracted to things that they connect with emotionally first. And how do you influence people? How do you persuade people? So whether in sales, whether in branding, whether in marketing, any form of business success, any form of leadership where it goes beyond your own personal skill, right? Because if you can do it, then do it. Whenever it has to do with your own skill, your own IQ will help you get specific results for yourself. If you can motivate yourself, which is another topic entirely, is that many people are struggling to even lead themselves, to even motivate themselves, to even challenge themselves to take specific action. And those same people you can't lead other people, right? So even at a minimum, as an entrepreneur, those who are trying to transition from employee mindset to entrepreneurial mindset, the entry point into the business world, they are seriously struggling simply because if you don't have the ability to motivate yourself, to understand your own emotions, right, to regulate yourself, because there's going to be a lot of emotional journey, right? Entrepreneurship, business growth, business success. Listen, you will have to regulate your own emotions to do it well. Because negative emotions will lead to, right, negative feelings, and that will not motivate you. You're not going to show up for your business. You're not going to show up for your own success. You're going to, that's what gives back to a lot of this limited belief, procrastination, imposter syndrome, all of the long list of emotional challenges that entrepreneurs and business owners face today is tied to EQ. You can be so smart. For example, you can know the theory of sales and still not do the work. Why? Emotion. How you feel. And I always say IQ is quite, IQ is connected to your five senses. How you experience the world, right? This is how we are shaped, right? We experience the world, sound, right? What we see, what we taste, what we smell, what we feel. This is how you experience the world around you. All of that data information is taken into mindset, process through your own programming, right? Because everybody listening to me now, right now, you're going to walk away with something that is mixed with your own belief system. So everybody walks away not the same way, even though you're having the same experience. Right? Even though the data I'm putting out here, what I'm sharing right now is the same, but trust me, every person that listens to this, when you take data in, when you take information in your own belief system, what you identify with, what has programmed you, nature, nurture, culture, you are going to mix it with everything you experience and you form interpretation. And how you interpret this experience will also influence your decision, your conclusions and decisions. Now, your decisions can motivate you or not, because some people would experience life and go, oh, the world is this, And so because of their conclusions, guess what? You can either motivate yourself or demotivate yourself simply because of how you're experiencing and processing your experiences. Realize that other people are doing exactly the same. So when it comes to motivating people, you will have to present, right, emotional connectedness, right? Your message must connect with the heart of the matter. But when you don't understand how people think, how people feel, you cannot influence the things that people are going to do. So everybody wants people to do this and do that and buy this and buy that and do this and come. You want them to come to your events. You want them to buy your products. You want them to buy this. You want them to buy that. But action is the last effect when it comes to thinking, processing, right? Out of processing, how do you feel about what you just experienced? Out of how you feel, the emotions you activate in people, this will determine if people will move towards you or move away from you, which is where that sense is coming. One of the things I've also thought about is the difference between selling physical products versus selling, right, services, right? EQ influences both of them. You know why? If you're going to sell, the easiest thing you can sell are physical products because people can arrive at a conclusion by looking at it, experiencing it. They can taste the food, smell the perfume, see the book, read it. They can use the 5 physical senses to comprehend a physical product. They can take that information into their mind and arrive at a conclusion, right? They can arrive at a conclusion to say, I want it or I don't want it. That's the power of activating desire. But if what you're selling are services, this is where a lot of people struggle. Services are concepts, right? They are non-physical. You are selling a concept. And that's why I teach on storytelling. And in my school, that's why I have a ton of workbooks for my students to write the right stories. Because stories sell. I always say tell stories that sell, particularly when you are selling non-physical, non-tangible, something that people cannot touch, they cannot feel, they cannot experience it with their 5 senses. So you have to, in a way, use stories to activate imagination, right? And through imagination and comprehension, right? Through the imagination that can comprehend what it is you're trying to help them to see about the future. And that is required for them to make a decision. So when people don't activate imagination, there's no comprehension. That's why when you say buy this, buy now, buy this, buy now, right? Why? The question is, why do I need this? How do you know I need it? Many people have a long list of questions, right? So EQ allows you to understand how people really think through things, arrive at conclusions, make decisions, right? Right, through emotions, and then move. Mobility action is the last thing that happens. And action requires energy. Taking action requires a ton of energy. Because, listen, time, energy, resources, again, true mindset. Some people see it as limited resource. There's another principle around abundance mindset, on and on. So, depending on who you're selling with, this is another thing you have to watch out for in EQ. What I have found is that if you're selling to people who also haven't activated EQ, it's tough. Because when there's no consciousness, so I'll give examples. I love giving examples, okay? I teach in a very practical way. Let's say you want to save people time, okay? Your product and services will save people time. Trust me, the concept of time in of itself as a resource carries different value to different people. It means different things to different people. There are many people who do not value their time enough to pay for you to save them time. They will rather invest their own time attempting to solve that thing by themselves. So, for example, you need a plumber. You're not a plumber, you don't want to pay for expertise that will save you time. Some people will go on YouTube, they will turn themselves into a plumber for the next 1 week. They will invest 1 week learning it, so that they can DIY the solution. That 1 week, what's the value of 1 week of your time trying to solve something where you could have paid an expert to solve it in an hour, 2 hours? So people carry different mindset around certain things you want to solve for them. So imagine you coming to that person and say, I'll save you time. I'll save you time. The person will tell you, no, I have time. Don't save me time. I will use my time. Meaning the concept of time is not valuable enough for them to exchange money for it. I always say that certain people will use their time to save their money. Successful people will use money to save their time. Successful people value their time more than their money because they can use time to make more money. People who think they have time will use their time and they'll be protecting their money. They are not going to make certain investment simply because they're going to use their time to go and figure it out themselves. When it comes to sales, you need to understand that kind of behavior and decide if you are ready to deal with it in your business and what type of mindset, what type of EQ will help you start narrowing down the types of consumers, clients you need to be serving and pursuing. Right? Because you don't want to assume that everybody thinks the same way, everybody feels the same way about certain things, and everybody is ready to take action and invest in and acquiring certain solutions simply because you say so. Doesn't work that way. EQ in business will help you isolate the people who value your value. I always say I'm looking for people who value my value and those who care that I care. Not everybody does. Not everybody values it enough to financially invest in everything you're trying to sell. Mindset, EQ will help you isolate. So when you're doing consumer insight, consumer research, you have to also evaluate the thinking lifestyle of the people that would actually value the things you're telling them to value, that they ought to value, that will help them solve their own problems. EQ will always help you to also understand limited beliefs. So I'll give examples, because in my school, with my students, my clients, we tackle all these things, right? We go deeper into these matters because as someone who served as a strategist for Fortune 1, people are doing a lot of surface bare minimum stuff that really cannot unlock much success for you in business. The depths, I have a first degree in mathematics. So when we talk about data, analytics, insight, the depth of insight you would unlock through your market research is what you're going to apply to achieve greater success in your business. So your level of market intelligence, consumer insight is all you can use to craft, say, your business model, design, pricing strategy, on and on and on, marketing, right? So one thing I see is that many people are using like limited information, limited skill, and so you're achieving limited outcomes as well. So let me give another example that EQ is activated on this journey. When you say time, sense of urgency, you want to save people time, sense of urgency. Imagine when you are now engaging with someone that is a procrastinator, someone that doesn't take action in the moment, and you're trying to sell to that group of people. They're not going to buy simply because they are not in a place where they have the skills, okay, to mobilize themselves, motivate themselves in the moment, in the now. What do you do with that as a business owner? You cannot sell to procrastinators simply because procrastinators will not take action now. Sales is a now activity. But people will tell you, oh, tomorrow, a year later, I know, right? 2 years later, people who haven't prioritized their future that you want them to go into will not invest in the vehicle that will help them go to that future. EQ, right? Those who haven't prioritized, they've not decided that the destination you are promising you will take them to is a priority for today. Listen, the airline can say, I'm taking you to California. Unless you prioritize going to California, you're not going to buy the tickets today. So watch out for that. When you're messaging, again, EQ will help you unlock these insights in your business. If you're messaging To say, I can take you to California. I can take you to California. Buy this, buy now. It will help you arrive in California faster. Only those who are emotionally driven to take action, to take action now in the moment will buy the vehicle that will help them, that will lead them to that future. So what I have found is that until people prioritize that future, California, wherever that is, they are not going to invest, okay, in the vehicle that will help them achieve it faster. So watch out for that, because when you say in marketing and people are like, buy this, buy now, you've got to use EQ to really get into motivated buyers. Who are your motivated buyers? They are the people who are ready to take action now. They want to solve the problem today. They want to invest in the solution now. And they are willing and able to take action in the moment. Another example, some people who have toothache, they know where the dentist is, but they are hoping the ache goes away. That's emotion. What type of emotions do those people embody? Avoidance, right? Some people are avoiding the solution that will relieve their pain. You can't make this thing up. You can't make this thing up. That there is a belief system where certain people, whereas successful people, they avoid pain. They use listen, they're like, my assistant, take care of this, take care of that. Like, their job is to remove pain from their life. Before things pop up, this is where we talk about proactivity. Proactive people are the ones buying solutions. Reactive people, until the pain, the cost of the solution, okay, or the pain is greater than the cost of the solution, they will not buy. Right? When I say buy, they will not invest in the solution that would remove pain from their life, because certain people also have high pain tolerance. So imagine if you are selling a solution, you are a dentist, and you put together an ad, and you say, do you have toothache? We will help you address it. And out of the people listening to you, you have to really dissect the mindset and the emotional state of being of those people. And in a way, your ability to influence and shift that emotional state into a place of motivation, into immediate action. If you have to factor that in your heads, in your marketing messaging. But if you're just saying, come now, I'm telling you that there is a counter mindset. EQ will help you understand that certain people have already decided that they will endure the pain for as long as possible. This has nothing to do with you, right? So also part of your message is to call those things out, to say it gets worse the more you wait. Those things don't go away. Successful people already know. Wise people know that you nip things in the bud. That the moment certain things shows up, as best as possible, address it while it is small, because tendency gets worse. Address it when it is small. Only wise people will address things and will not let it go beyond that moment. EQ allows you to pinpoint, right, what is going on in the marketplace. And we're living at a time right now where the sales journey, consumer journey, sales processes, they are all right now seriously disrupted. Digital acceleration, digital disruption, all of those things, right? And so lessons like this, new skills like this, EQ as a skill will help you achieve greater success in business. Okay, I see. Okay, thanks for joining. I see Moses. I see more people joining. Apologies, the name, right? So anyway, I'm going to start wrapping up now for today. Reach out if you need support. There's also the workbook and class on emotional intelligence available in my school, toyinumesiri.academy. You can access the 10-week business accelerator, right? The hand-to-hand skill, A to Z skills on business development, entrepreneurship. My books are also available. there, and also some of it are also available publicly on Amazon. So again, people have to start taking action. Only action takers will achieve success, will create the life of their dreams, and non-action takers will remain where they are. And many people delay that journey simply because they are not taking the actions today that will lead them to a better tomorrow. Tomorrow looks different based on the new actions you're going to take today. So EQ is something I want you to start learning. Take the course, start learning and understanding your own emotions. It's going to help you to motivate yourself to create the lives of your dreams, to create the business you want, to achieve the success you want. You don't stumble on success, you create it. In fact, I say when opportunity comes, it's too late to prepare. Every day is your opportunity to prepare for the opportunities that will take you to higher dimensions. When those opportunities show up, if you are not preparing every day, it's a missed opportunity. So seize the moment. At a minimum, prepare for your future every single day. The future you dream of in business, you train yourself, you develop it, you become that person that is ready and able to capture all the opportunities. So I want to say thank you for joining. Take care. Reach out. ToyinUmesiri.com is my personal website. The school is ToyinUmesiri.academy. And you can also send me an email, info@toyinumesiri.com, if you want to sign up and register and also set up some time to dive into helping you grow your business as well.